Hey, what's up, Terrell? Hey, Henry. Hey, Raz. Hold on, load this a little bit. Everything's going pretty well so far. Family's doing good, getting projects done, so can't complain about that. Alright, so got a few little things to work on. Not much, but a few things. Hey Raz, in the email you said with the left leg, since you scaled it, what do you do with the extra body parts? I'm just kind of curious. Do you usually just throw that stuff out, or do you save the parts? Sure, this is kind of where we want it. Probably good enough. Take some of that off. Alright, I'm going to go roll this out, so by the time I'm ready to cut this, it should be stiffened up within the next hour or so. But we got to kind of plan this out. You'll see how it works. Okay, let's we'll work on the circle after I utilize this eaves. plan that out, and once everybody gets in, we can start figuring out the Jessica Rabbit stuff. So if you guys remember, I did the hair on this. I ripped it all off because I didn't like the way it looked after I was done. So I had ended up redoing it. So it's almost done now, but I gotta add a little more. It's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night after I started sculpting and everything, and I just hated every angle from it except from one angle. And I just ended up ripping it off one night. I have the AC back on. Hey, what's up, Raccoon? Alright. See if we can get this working correctly this time. I think that'll look pretty good. When I tore off this hair, it was a complete mess, but luckily, because I primed everything up, the hair came off pretty well, except like some of the back of her shirt. Yeah, Sapphire came out pretty well. It's kind of funny you mentioned it. The guy got it in the mail today, which is actually super fast shipping. So he's sending me pics now of opening it up, and he's happy with it so far. Luckily, the clear pieces got over there pretty well. So he's actually updating me in the chat now. Well, that's why I always tell people, you know, we could really go pretty far with these customs if you really want to, but a lot of people choose not to. But he really wanted to push it pretty far, which came out pretty good. I mean, it's a good statue too. I mean, that Jean Grey statue is a phenomenal statue. So, it was a good choice. It's just that what he wanted to do with the base, though, really set it up pretty well. The hardest part, I think, of the whole item was the classic mask, but then it was also the star on her stomach. I thought I put those pictures in the video, but I think I forgot to put those pictures in on how I did it. Because it was, you know, I kind of utilized the stars like this, and I cut this out, and I kind of used this as a template. I thought I put it in the video, but there were so many pictures, I think I forgot about those. The making the head base for it too was tricky. I didn't really post those pictures because of the whole, you know, people would bitch about recasting, but it was a little bit tricky the way I sort of turned the body upside down and I made a mold of it, but in the end it worked out. So. I don't really have any big customs like that for a while now. Kind of more like some smaller customs and what you would call it, some kits I got to start putting together. But I am talking to somebody that we might do a bigger one next after, so we'll see what happens. Well, yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. I figure a couple of these kits I gotta paint up could kind of get me back on track. And then once I'm sort of like back on track with those, I can start going back to the bigger stuff as well. That's the goal. Also would like to get to the point where I can start doing some of my personal stuff again too. Even if it's nothing, just some small stuff here and there. But got the papers ready for Jessica. So we're gonna vote on those in a little bit. Hopefully, we'll see what gets pulled out of the hat tonight. Actually looking forward to working on the Jessicas. I really want to see how they turn out. Hey, what's up, Helda? The girl in the pool? Which one was that? The swimsuit one? Oh, that sucks, Raz. I'm sure you're looking forward to that. Yeah, I finished it, but it was more of a experimental item, so I never did a video on it. She's in my one cabinet in the TV room. So it's not. I mean, it's finished as far as just experimental item goes. Hey, what's up, 234? Yeah, I think I never used the other stuff, but Aves is really meant to do this, you know? So I find it's easier once you get used to the material. That's why I always say if Aves went out of business, I'd be stuck. No, I still didn't see Deadpool Wolverine. As I said last stream, I won't give Disney my money anymore. So I'll just wait till see it for when it's free online. I know everyone says it's amazing and I'll love it, but I just don't care. You know, everyone always says vote with your wallet, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Not that one person's gonna make a difference, but that's just me. Yeah, I've tried, you know, like Magic Sculpt versus Aves, and Aves blows it away. But I've never, and then if you, I haven't really used any of the other stuff that cures fast, but I think Aves is the best product out there. Okay, once that toughens up, I can sort of detail it a little bit more. My friend said he didn't like this side too much, so I gotta see about maybe adding some there. I'm trying to think where I should add it. Didn't like this up here. Just needs to have a little something over here. Balance it up there a bit, maybe? I don't know. Or is it more over here? Yeah, Raz, is the torso, what's hollow on it? Just let me know what's going to be hollow on her. The only reason why I'm asking is, I'm going to cast up some of the bases probably, next week, and I figure I just want to have a little extra resin left over. Torso and upper part of the legs, okay. Is the head hollow too, or no? Or you haven't gotten that far yet? Oh, okay, that's fine. That is fine. Just want to gauge some of my material that I have left over. That works. Because the goal is I want to try to like vote on the character, figure out which ones we're gonna do, maybe brainstorm on like chat, you know, on the live stream next week, or even on Patreon, of like whoever wins, kind of some ideas how we're gonna go about it, and then by the time you send it out to me, I can start prepping and cleaning and getting them ready, so this way by the time they're ready to be worked on, we'll have all our details, you know, set in stone. So that's kind of the goal I'm going for. Not a problem. I'll be able to fix any of that stuff that you had to split or do. I'm just want to plan it out and be ready for it. I don't want to just get it in and then try to start figuring everything out, you know? No problem. And if you have any of the parts that fail, and if you don't throw them away, just throw them in the box, and I can use it as filler for stuff. So I don't know what you do with your failed items, but like I said, you could just throw them in the box and I'll use it as filler somewhere down the line. That resin isn't bad to like fill as like a cheap base or a hollow item up, so I just like to try to utilize as much material as I can. Fits a little bit better there. But I also said, like I said, no rush. Take your time. Don't rush anything. Make sure everything's good. I still got a lot of prep work to do. I have some stuff to make the basic bases, but once I make the bases, I gotta still flatten them. I gotta make sure they're nice and even. So I still gotta get all that done. Here it's flowing a little bit better, but I still need to do something. Where should I'm trying to think. I also got a question for you guys. Once I start working on Invisible Woman's hair, what do you guys think? Do you think long hair or short hair? So we have the long hair, which is that's just like a placeholder, or do you think we should go more like a short hair on her? This is like the Power Girl hair I could use as a base. So I'm kind of wondering, what do you guys think? Like, would you rather see her in shorter hair, like the mom haircut, or you think longer hair? Because what I'll do is I'll just utilize the back of this hair, but I'll like sculpt the front of it like I'm doing this sort of my own way. So I don't know, I'm trying to think. Yeah, at this time she had short hair, but it was more messy, but I figured I can kind of utilize this for my own little take on it. I mean, I'm fine either way. I mean, I think the short hair would look kind of cool. So everyone's kind of leaning towards short more. Because I figure this would be good for the back of her hair. And then I can sort of sculpt the front my own little take on it and sort of blend it in. Oh, so far everyone seems to say shorter. Which I'm fine with. I'm just figured I'd get your guys' opinion on it. X-ray guy says short. All right. It seems like short's the way to go. Alright, I think it's unanimous for short, I guess. A-line cut? I don't know what is an A-line cut. Is that something I gotta look up? Don't know what an A-line is. I got to see a picture. It's called A-line, A-line haircut. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Alright, that's something to think about. But what I'll do is I'll probably flip it over more, you know, kind of like, I'll have to toy with it and see what I could come up with. I didn't know that's what it was called. Yeah, I know if you look at the pictures of this outfit, her hair is more like short, but it's all like all over the place and messy. But I kind of want to do something a little different with that. I'm trying to figure out what would save this. Should I do this for? Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. Okay, so yeah, then I will, for now on, bug you for hairstyles. I never know what they're called, I just know the style. What was the one hairstyle called? Maybe that was it. Oh God, what was that girl's band? The girl band, the one singer in the band had her front bangs blonde. Oh man, it's gonna drive me nuts now. I remember the band. There was a. That was the big style back in the 90s. Everybody had their front bangs dyed blonde. But the hair was sort of like an A-cup, but a little bit longer. Why am I drawing a blank on that band? That's one of my favorite bands, too. Yeah, Ginger made it popular again, but oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. Definitely 90s music. Going through my Of course, I can't play any of it on stream. I'll get in trouble. The song is on the tip of my tongue. I'm going through my list now, my 90s stuff on my Apple thing. Trying to... Oh, wait a second. I think I saved the music video. Duh. Did I? Hold on. I think this is it. Is it, was it Luscious Jackson? I think that's it. Why did I draw a blank on that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Luscious Jackson, Under Your Skin. And they also did Naked Eye. Well, that's, well, that was the 90s group, right? They played them on the radio a lot back then. I mean, it's not my favorite band of all time, but I used to listen to them on a lot. I guess because a lot of the people would play her too, play them. You never heard of them? Yeah, the song Naked Eyes and that one, they're, it's actually not bad music. You might like it. Listen to them if you get a chance, Raccoon. You probably have heard the music, you just never even realized it. It's one of those bands that sometimes their music's played like in a movie or something. No, kazoo or a bagpipe would still get you knocked on YouTube. Actually, I think 13 videos have been flagged on my channel recently because they're old videos, and you have to now put like a code for the music. So like 13 videos have got flagged, and all the music I have on there, those sites are kind of gone. So I don't know. Stupid crap. Yeah, that was a big hairstyle. Yeah, I got some old songs on some old videos, and they were copyrighted like YouTube channels, copyright free YouTube channel music. But those YouTube channels have like gone away, so I don't know where the hell to get the code for the music now. So, but they're so old, I don't even care anymore. I'm so over this YouTube stuff. It's like when I tried to post the Star Sapphire video, the website that you get the code for from Bensound, their site was down. So every time I was ready to upload the Star Sapphire video, YouTube's like, oh, we ran our checks. This is not allowed because you don't have the copyright, blah blah blah, you know, all that stupid crap. So I had to wait till I could get the codes for it. I don't know. This might be the year everybody moves to Rumble. I got a funny feeling this might be the year. Hey, what's up, Iceman? What happens is YouTube's algorithm and their own system. You have to have a code now when you put music up in your video. So if you look at my latest videos, you'll see that it says whatchamacallit, Bensound, and then there's a code in the video. If you don't have that code, it says your video will not be able to get revenue. It will be demonetized. It says there's no. It doesn't say like, oh, there's anything wrong with your video. It's just the problem is if you don't put that code in the beginning and try to add it later, it just starts spamming you with it. Just, I don't know. The whole system's a mess. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I've gotten hit by people who don't even own the music, and they flag my video, and then I have to contact Bensound, and I'm like, hey, this company is claiming your videos, and half the time they're like, yep, we know, we're fighting YouTube about it right now. So at least that site Bensound is pretty good with like trying to make sure their music isn't stolen. But it's always some Chinese company that's doing it too, which is funny. Because what it is the company takes a snippet of free music and they add it into one of their songs on their site. So YouTube's algorithm takes that snippet from the song on my video and thinks, oh, you stole it from them. But meanwhile, all along they stole the song or some snippet of it. So it's pretty bad. And honestly, I really don't care about it too much because it's not like, you know, I'm a YouTuber. It's just that getting all these flags and then you know you gotta do this whole information with the video. It's just gotten annoying. That's why I said I have a funny feeling like people might be moving to Rumble more and more at this year. And if you're not a big YouTuber or you have any clout, it's not like you'll get anything done. So that's another problem. The little man always gets screwed. And the only other thing I found out too, like say if I was gonna do like free YouTube, like where I just like don't even monetize it and I use music, I've learned that I think some people says what they'll do is they'll throw more ads on your channel, so when people watch your video, they get even spammed more. You know, so if you're just using some music that, like, say you're just using copyrighted music, like you know, from some band you like, they'll add more ads onto your video than what you would normally get, and then it makes people turn off your channel because you're getting spammed with ads every like 10 seconds. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what somebody said. So I don't know. I don't know. It's ever since the lockdowns, things have gotten worse. Alright, let's let that toughen up a bit. Let's kind of plan this circle out on her chest. Alright, so the guy has Star Sapphire and he's pretty happy with it, so that's good. That is good. So worried about that in shipping. I think it goes in front of her thing a little bit. So yeah, I would think it does come in front of this circle a little bit. So like right about there, this circle might work pretty well. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, I think we got a good circle right away. I was worried I was going to have to do this like 500 times. So, this is the size we need. Alright, so we need to get a basic circle. Oh shoot, I just did that. No, son of a bitch. Okay. Get this on her, and then once the hair toughens up on Jean, we can detail that, and then we'll start voting. We'll pull out the stuff for Jessica. Got my list of everything here that we got. So we'll see how this pans out. Also starting to work on like sort of a juggernaut helmet, so we're gonna get some freeform air and start setting that up. Alright, so try to go around that head's not going to work, so we need to... kind of more of a neck guard than an actual, like, seeing the bones and stuff. So... gonna have to get sanded down. And that guard comes pretty low, so actually what we'll do is I'll cut this out, make it a little bit easier to sort of have some detail. Alright, I think I just need to sand that down, and then I can sort of do the same thing but wrap it around the neck and sort of blend it and get that little cut of the piece. I'll take it out of here some as well. Maybe I will add a little of the neck detail. Some of it. Nah, not much. That works. It's a good start. I was gonna add like something like this around the edge, but I think leaving it flat white and sanding it down would be better. I think that'll work a little bit better. Still gotta sand it down. But I think the short hair kind of look pretty cool on her. What did I do with the little, see that? Yeah, I think I need to just sort of chop the circle in a little bit more and bring it forward. I think it's sticking back too far. Yeah, I think I just need to bring it in a little bit more. That'll work. Alright, let me get this piece set up. Sort of for Juggernaut's helmet. Just like I said, I kind of started it. Damn, this age toughened up pretty fast. It's only been like an hour. Hey, because I left it in the garage. It wasn't really that hot out today, though. just mixing up some freeform air now. Going to use it as like a inside of the helmet for Juggernaut, just so I can sand it better. Stuff's always a mess to mix up. Put that right there. Alright, get this piece. Basically what I'm trying to do is just keep using filler items as I sculpt and stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of power sand a dome. It's not going to be like a perfectly, you know, Juggernaut helmet on the base. It's going to be sort of embedded in, whatchamacallit, you know, rubble. So what I might do is sort of, as I keep building it and I get a dome, like I might just go with a dome in this section, and then maybe just kind of sculpt a little bit of the eye and like mouth area, and then have it like broken on the base. So the idea would be to sort of use this to sort of start helping me bend it over, kind of thing. Just a sort of a filler project, so I don't waste some material on the next two things I got going on. That's good. That's good. Once I fill it up and I get it all set, I could go on the wheel sander, and I could just sit there on the wheel sander and just kind of like get it into a dome look. That'll work. See how Gene's hair is. Alright, good news is Star Sapphire made it there. He opened her up, it's all good, he's happy, so that's a load off my mind. Always get paranoid when I send items out. Yeah, I just even though we fully insured it, it got there super fast, but I still get paranoid, you know. And always, everybody always says when I get it, it looks better in person because I take the worst pictures ever. I'm so bad with photography. I guess that's a good thing that it looks better in person. So. On how to ship statues? No, I never did because I don't want to be responsible for if somebody says, "Oh, I shipped it your way and it still broke," you know, something like that. I just overpack everything. Um, when I say overpack, I overpack. Like, so she doesn't have a box. So if I'm gonna ship her, what I do is I wrap her in that foam wrap I have, and then I wrap her around in bubble wrap because she's like a big, huge football of bubble wrap, and then I put that in a box with all packing peanuts all around her. So I always overship when I do, because like some people will just wrap like some bubble wrap around them and then stuff sort of breaks, but I make sure the whole thing is. I rather pay a little bit of extra, get some good bubble wrap and wrap it around than to try to skimp on packing. But yeah, I'm a little bit careful when it comes to stuff like that because people will be like, oh, I followed your way and it's still broke and blah blah blah. But then again, every project's different, you know. And then sometimes too, like, you know, with her base, if I feel that it's not safe to try to get a bigger box and put her in the base in the same thing, I would actually say, hey, we got to ship 2 separate boxes, you know. It's better to be safe than sorry to try to save, like, you know, a couple bucks and then deal with a broken item, try to get an insurance claim, send it back, risk more damages. That's why I tell people too when they ship me like a repair, like for instance, say this finger broke on this statue, and somebody wants me to repair it. Sometimes people will try to take this and put it in one of those small flat rate boxes, and it's like just this much packing. I tell people the amount of money that you would spend on a little bigger box and wrap it in like a bubble wrap like this thick, compared to this thing and have more damages, will be about the same amount of money. So sometimes shipping in a bigger box with more packing is the same amount than trying to skimp on packing. Oh, I buy big rolls of peanuts. I mean, there's a shipping store that I found that's found away. It's kind of funny you mentioned it. I just went and bought 3 of these rolls the other day. So see this big huge roll here, right? So I got 3 of these. I found this place by me. They sell these for $20 a roll. So you can't beat this, because you don't want to go to Home Depot and buy a little roll for like $30. And then those big bags of peanuts, you know, like those, what is it, 4 cubic feet bags of peanuts that are like taller than me. Those things are like $20 at that store as well. It's not a store, it's a shipping depot. It's like they ship, you know, they sell packing material, but they're close to me, so I go in and I get this type of stuff. So if I'm gonna wrap up Jean on here, what I do is I just take the roll and then I put her, you know, I put her in the item, and I just sit there and I just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping until she's like a big huge football. You can get these rolls off of eBay too. You could buy them in bulk. They're still cheaper than going to like UPS store or you know, Walmart or any of those other places. But when I say foam, I buy these rolls off of eBay. These foam. So what I like to do is I like to wrap the items in foam first, and then wrap the bubble wrap around it, because I don't want the bubble wrap like sweating on the statue. I rather use the foam. Even though this can't stay on the statue for long term, it's still better than the bubble wrap sort of kind of like getting tacky or moisture on the item. So if you do some research, like if you look in your areas, right? If you do some research, you might be able to find like a packing plant. Even if you find, there was a place I used to use up north until they stopped carrying the packing peanuts. They were a shipping company, and what they would do is they would actually take foam and they would custom cut foam for like high-end furniture and vases and like murals and chandeliers and stuff. So I contacted them and I said, hey, do you sell like just packing peanuts and bubble wrap? And they said, yes, we do. If you want to come down, you can just, you know. So they used to actually like collect all their packing peanuts and they would put it in bags and sell them. But then the new law is now you can't get those white peanuts anymore. You can only use those cornstarch peanuts. So they stopped collecting them to sell them all, so I had to find somebody else. But they're around. You just got to really do some digging, and you got because usually they're like in a um, like what would you call it? Like a warehouse market, which means like it's a bunch of warehouses that like you really don't know what businesses are in those places, and sometimes they're like a packing company. And if you find one too that's like maybe a 45-minute drive or an hour away, sometimes it's better just to hop in a car with like an SUV and go buy a bunch of material and bring it home. You'll save more money in the long run. Because that's what I usually do. That's kind of my thing I've been doing all these years. Um, Hopefully it helps you out, gives you some ideas. I know UPS stores used to sell the big bags of packing peanuts, but they raised their prices to the point where it's absolutely insane to buy from them now. I think when I first bought it from them, it was like $30 a bag, and then the last time I went there, they wanted to charge me $70. So, and if you're in an area that doesn't have any packing peanuts or any kind of bubble wrap, go on eBay or Amazon and just search through all the sellers that have the most rolls for the least amount of money plus free shipping. And buy it, because I think the last time I bought off eBay it was like $45, and I think I got like 2 rolls about that size that I just showed you. But I think if you had to order more, you would get free shipping. If you only ordered one, you'd have to pay. But I tell you though, shipping and not cheaping out will go a long way. There's no sense in trying to save like $4 extra and then deal with an item that's broken. But the other thing too is, I'll be honest, packing material is expensive and you have to pay for it. So what I like to do is, every time I tell people, okay, here's your shipping quote back, I add an extra $1 or 2 for all the packing material. So this way, if I ship out like 4 or 5 items every few months, that sort of kind of helps offset the cost to buy more material. It's one of those things that we learned in art school, because they were like, well, if you have to ship out your artwork, packing material plays a factor, so you want to charge a little something. I'm not saying that you charge them like $50 for extra packing material, but $1 or 2 kind of helps offset the cost. But one thing I have a problem with is boxes. The place that I get that peanuts from, they do sell boxes, but the only problem is they won't sell you like 1 or 2 boxes. You have to buy like a pack of like 30, and I don't really need 30 large boxes in the house, because I go over to Home Depot and I buy their boxes. So their boxes are like $1.89 a large box or something now. And I like the Home Depot boxes. They're pretty tough. Never buy boxes from the UPS store. They rip you off with their pricing. You're better off getting a box from Home Depot, and if it needed to be smaller, you sit there and cut it. I'm at the point now where I'm used to being able to cut the boxes down, so I can actually sit there and if the box needs to be like 5 inches shorter, I can like cut it down and make it 5 inches shorter to save on space. right. I like Jean's hair now. I think it's way better than when I had it in the beginning. So let's take this off, and then we can start working on the Jessica ideas. Hopefully my friend likes the hair now. He won't bitch at me. But it's good to have friends that tell me like, hey, you need to fix this or that's not looking right. Let's see how she looks. Yeah, a little bit better now. Still may need to add a little things here and there, but definitely better in the front than what it was. A little more style to her now. I gotta start doing it more often, try to do my own hair instead of utilizing other hair from statues, but just but tweak it a little bit as well. Take pictures to send to him so he won't bitch at me. Alright, so let's wash my brushes so I don't use these. I just pop these out. Really? I think there's a lot of stories for people. Some of the old stuff, people are like, you'll never make it, you'll never do well, blah, 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 and then next thing you know, they're on the top. Alright, so here is all the ideas for Jessica's. We have a nurse, detective, lady death, sexy cop, poison ivy, nun, witchblade, dark magician, sexy bikini, Elvira, vampire, farmer girl, Lady D, Misty from Pokemon, Shantae or Shantae from Bubblegum Crisis, Nova from StarCraft, Poison, and Ada Wong. So we're gonna pull out 4 for the Patreon and 4 for the public vote. So we're gonna keep these on. And then public. Alright, so Shantae is from Shantae? Yeah, see, you put both in that list, I got confused. Well, if she wins, we'll fix it, alright? We'll, cross it out, alright? Let's see, we gotta put it in something that I can't look at. I have a box somewhere. Something. to make this fair. We'll put them in this little red bag. Alright, so let's slice all these up, fold them up. Without slicing my finger. I guess it's going to be a sexy nun, not just a nun. So we're going to pull one at a time, and then we'll put one in one list, one in the other, and vice versa. I'm going to pull them out with my left hand since I don't, that's my weaker side. So, since I'm right-handed, this way I won't know what the hell I'm grabbing. Oh, Raz, you know what you could do too, if you want to add it, since we're doing O'Hara, you want to print up a symbol, one of the Star Trek symbols for her outfit in scale. Might as well just get that done too, if you're okay with doing that. And you just let me know the cost of everything when you're done. Do you think we should give since she's going to be a Star Trek character, give her a phaser? But then again, her hands are on her hips, right? That might be something we have to kind of plan down the line. So I don't know about doing that right away. I think we could just start talking about stuff once we get them in and we start planning stuff. We can vote on everything. Get some tape here. Alright. All these in here. And we're going to do it so this way you guys know I'm not cheating. Not that it's a big deal, but get the camera up. Come on. Alright, so what I'll do is we're going to pull out one each time. We'll put one, first one Patreon, second one here, and we'll just keep going down the line. So I am not looking at this at all. So we'll pull out the first one. and it's Elvira. So Elvira will be on the Patreon vote first. I want to tape all these on so I remember. Alright, so there's Elvira for that. So now for the public vote. Public vote, and this is Vampirella. So Vampirella for public vote first. We're gonna do 4 of each, so because Patreon, not a lot of people tend to vote, but maybe the public will get more votes. Alright, so there we go. Next one for Patreon. I don't want to pull out 5 at once. Sexy bikini with beach ball sunglasses. Alright, getting there. Now for public. And we have Nova from StarCraft. I had to look that up too, for who suggested that. Alright, 4 more to go. Oh, wait, no, I pulled out too many. Gotta go back. Gotta make sure I got one. Just one. And it is Ada Wong red dress version. Alright, now for public. Sure, I got one. Dark Magician. I think what we're going to have to do is when we do the votes, I'm going to have to find pictures of all these characters and have it on the vote thing so people can see. Alright, 2 more to go. Just one. And we have a nun. Oh wait, no, this goes to Patreon. Sorry. Yep. Alright. Alright, last one for public. And it is Sexy Cop. Alright, so that is the list. Kind of narrowed it down. I don't know, I think we got some good versions here. I mean, for Patreon, I don't know. Got to see what you guys go for Patreon. For public, though, so there's a lot of guys that are public sub. So we're going to see what the public goes for. Be kind of interesting. I don't know. You guys already got an idea what you're voting for? Elvira could be a fun one. Sexy Bikini. I definitely got some ideas for that too right away. Ada Wong. Yeah, Ada Wong could be good if there was a, whatchamacallit, a zombie to Roger Rabbit. And of course the nun, well, you could go on DeviantArt for sexy nuns, and there's thousands of, I've already been down the rabbit hole with nuns on DeviantArt by accident, so. Vampirella is pretty straightforward. Instead of doing like the Vampirella symbol on her outfit, you could do like a Roger Rabbit. Now, Dark Magician is the one you picked, right? Nova from StarCraft, I think, will probably be the hardest one. So I forgot who put that one up. But I looked at that. It's kind of more of a futuristic outfit, right? Sexy Cop is definitely that could do it tons of different ways for a sexy cop. I already got some ideas for that too. Yeah, we as it goes on, if we have to print anything out, we'll go that route and we'll see what we can do. Only thing is Elvira though. That one is definitely doable, but then again, I don't know how we would have to do Elvira. I know we could do the outfit, but we might have to change the hair to look like Elvira, I guess. That's the only thing I could think about Elvira that might work, unless we just put her in the outfit. I don't know. That's if that one wins. I don't know. So I figure for like Bikini, Nun, or Sexy Cop, if they were to win, we go on DeviantArt and we could find a bunch of, you know, AI sexy versions of these characters, and we could kind of like narrow it down. Ada Wong dress version, that's pretty straightforward. You know, put her in a dress version, give her like a gun holster instead of see with Ada Wong with the dress version, instead of the holster holding a gun, you could give her a carrot, you know, for like Roger Rabbit, so she could actually be holding a carrot in her holster, you know. Same thing with a cop. Instead of her having a gun, you can have a carrot in her holster, so you could do that. And I think I still have an extra pair of, handcuffs from the, poison statue. Yeah, I have it right here. So I didn't use it for the, so, you know, if we were to do the sexy cop, we have a pair of handcuffs. Let's see, Dark Magician, I would have to go through that outfit again. The sexy bikini with the beach balls, I guess we would have to do a very skimpy bikini and make it push out, so that's kind of doable with that. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. That could work. Now, the only thing though, if Patreon, like I said, the only problem with Patreon, the last time we did it, we didn't get many votes. So for some odd reason, say we got 2 and 2, and then 1 and 1, I would have to make another poll and vote off those two, I guess. Or maybe roll a dice, I don't know. Yeah, well, if that Raccoon, if that one gets picked, you know, if that's the winner, then what we can do is you could send me the image, but we can also go through some other images, and we can, you know, I got some ideas what we can do, you know, to make it a little bit more fun. Trying to think. Like for instance, if I could pull it off, but I'm just kind of spitballing. Say the sexy bikini with the beach ball and sunglasses one. Maybe we could find a Roger Rabbit head off of CG Trader. We print it, we put on the base. But what I could do is I could spray it, and I can throw sand on it, and then we could paint it to make it look like she sculpted Roger Rabbit's head out of sand on the base. You know. So we can actually, like, you know, come up with that type of an idea for, like, that. Because I got a whole thing of that Jersey sand next to me. So we could probably, like, find a way where I can, you know, make it look like she's standing on sand. So instead of a sand castle, it's like Roger Rabbit's head in sand. Same thing with Elvira. She's always by a coffin. So, maybe, you know, we could find something with Elvira that she has in her background and utilize that. The Nun. Well, the Nun is definitely something else to think about. Now, as far as, like, Vampirella, Vampirella and Elvira are kind of almost sort of the same, but Vampirella's more, trying to think how. Yeah, we could come up with some ideas on that. Nova from Star Trek is something I definitely gotta get more looks if that was the win. I don't think that would be too difficult. It would probably be just a little bit more work. The only downside with some of these projects is the more you put into it, the less of a return. I mean, I'm just being honest. But like I said, I like to try to sell the stuff and use the money to do another batch and keep the rotation going. Like Sexy Cop, you could do like a really out of this she could have a baton in her hand too, or maybe on her hip, but the baton could be like really you know, exaggerated type thing. Yeah, that's true. But I think these are pretty straightforward, so I think they can work. I think we'll hash it out together. You know, we'll post on Patreon. So let me ask you guys this while you're here. So whichever one wins on Patreon, do you only want the Patreon guys to pretty much have input on those, and then public we do on stream, or do you want to just do it all together on stream and just come up with ideas? I don't know. It's up to you guys. What do you think you would rather do? Because the Star Trek O'Hara version, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with. We could come up with some really fun ideas with that one. Actually, I think out of all these, I'm more excited about doing the Star Trek version. Because you could do a longer skirt or a tighter skirt where her butt sticks out of too, you know? Yeah, so like with Star Trek, we could do a skirt like with Jean Grey, you know? Where it's kind of it's kind of bigger over it, or you could do a Star Trek version where it's really tight around her booty and it's kind of sticking out. So you guys could come up with an idea too for that if you think of anything. I mean, the ideas are flowing. I mean, I'm already thinking about what we could do for each one. The only thing for the nun version, if that one was the win, I don't want to get too I don't want to get too creepy, I guess. I don't mind doing like a sexy latex type of nun version, but I don't want to do anything on the base where it's a little too creepy, that's all. Because of the religious aspect, that's the only thing. I don't care if we do it, but... Or we could do a different type of a nun version. I don't know. We could have planned it out. Instead of like rosary beads, you can have beads around her, but it has a carrot on it instead of a cross. So that could kind of get away from the religious aspect, you know. Clear resin? No, that's that would have to be planned out before the printing process, and I don't know if the clear resin would be enough support. I don't know. I really don't want to get too much into clear stuff. But as far as Nova from Star Trek, like Starcraft. If that one was the win, I would have to see more research. Let me look online real quick. Yeah, see, Nova from StarCraft is more futuristic, so she's got that gear on top of her main body. And then boots. Yeah, so if that one was the win, that'd be challenging for me because I'm not really good with armor. Not saying I can't do it, but I would have to simplify it to make it more look animated. You know, like for like Looney Tunes. So instead of it being like perfectly like angled and flat, maybe kind of curve it more to give it more of that animated cartoon look. So. And plus we need to, and she's got to show cleavage, you know, almost all these have to have some kind of cleavage because it's Jessica Rabbit, so we can't cover up the cleavage on the, we would have to come up with something else, a little bit more skimpy, I guess, you know. That's the thing about the Jessica Rabbits, you got to show the cleavage, and, but we can make it look like the item. Because Elvira's got cleavage, the nun, well, we can do something with that one. Ada Wong's got the cleavage on that one. Vampirella, well, she's pretty much half naked. Sexy Cop, we do the unbuttoned shirt, you know, where it's kind of making her shirt like stretch, so that could work for the Sexy Cop, I guess, you know. Dark Magician, what was the Dark Magician from again, Raz? I want to look online for a picture real quick. Okay, well, I just simplified it for the votes. When I post it on Patreon, we'll post the pictures. I'll gather some pictures and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm just kind of brainstorming in my head to see, like, you know, what we can do with these, if whichever one wins. Yeah, because the bikini straightforward, but we can do have fun with the base, you know. Elvira, figure out what we can add on to the base as well. Ada Wong's, I've been seeing Ada Wong's everywhere lately, so none. I saw I'll have to find the page again on DeviantArt. I saw a person that did a bunch of AI nun stuff that was a little bit sexy. I probably could look on those and find some good pictures for ideas on that. And then the same thing with these. I think what I'll do is maybe I should get the post out tonight before I call it a night tonight, and then before I go to bed I'll just get these on there so we can start getting these voted, and then maybe we can start getting some ideas. Yeah, so send me a picture. Did you send me one already, Raz? I can use that in the votes. Yeah, you did. Ah, okay. It's not that bad of an outfit, honestly. Definitely, definitely simplify it in some ways. Okay, that works. I don't remember which you guys voted. Hopefully we got one or two of you guys on the list. Like Raccoons or Raz's, and I don't know, Jacob's not on the stream today. Hopefully we got a couple of yours votes on the lists. I forgot who voted for what. But just try to make it fair. Just kind of brainstorming, seeing. So I think I need to make bases like these sizes again. So I think I need to make 3 bases. So I need do I have the bases in the garage? Hey, what's up, Dana? How's it going? I got 2 bases. I need to make up another one. Well, like I said, I just put it in a bag and picked it out, so I know we would like to have every version done, but so I have these. I should probably, well, I don't think it really matters if they're not all the same exact size, but I gotta make another one. So I gotta make another base like this. So this way we'll be ready for when they ship to me. So I gotta make one more base. Yeah, I don't have much else to work on tonight, though. That's the only problem. That's the only other issue. Kind of in limbo till I get some stuff all prepped up. Thanks, Dana. Appreciate it. Yeah, Lola came out pretty good. I gotta get them listed up. I think I'm gonna list Harley and Lola tomorrow on eBay. I'll probably start it out like around $4.99 or something, just to put it up there, just to see if anybody's interested. This way, I can just use that for funds for other stuff. But the next batch of customs for stream should be fun with the Jessicas. I don't know. I'm still brainstorming, trying to think of what we can do with all this stuff. Depending on who wins and what. That's good, Dana. What did you finish? Just looking over Jean right now. Just trying to... Just kind of looking at her on the hair-wise. Just trying to see if... I mean, I like the way it came out. Definitely better than what I had in the beginning. As far as Sue, I think once I get the collar done, maybe if I get the collar sort of set up this next week, maybe we can I can work on the hair of her next weekend, next Friday. Other than that, her outfit is pretty much set up. So need to take that down. That's good. It's always nice to finish shit, isn't it? That goes back way too far. Yeah, I know that feeling. I felt really good to get the Star Sapphire finished and then Tigra. Once I got Tiger finished, I was like, okay, we're kind of starting to catch up a little bit. Starting to get back on track with getting stuff out the door. So... Thank you, Wells. Yeah, that Star Sapphire was a lot of work, but... hopefully it shows people that if they want to take their items further, we can do it. I think the goal next is to try to... I got a Wonder Woman I'm working on. I got to get the base ready to attach her to it. And then I can do some repairs. I got a Harley Quinn I'm working on. I got to finish up a Rogue. And then I got to start pulling out kits. I got a Thor kit, I got a Sentry kit, and then I got like 10 little bust kits for somebody I know. He's a pain in the ass. He comes in the streams once in a while. And then after that, start pulling in some commissions again. Getting there. Wish I had more stuff to work on tonight, but I really don't. After getting that Tigra finished up sooner than expected, I'm kind of in limbo until I start pulling out other stuff. But I want to get this Gene going. That's good, Wells. It's always good to get more orders. Gonna utilize this. Raz is working on the logo for the school for me. So once I get that logo in and I get the Juggernaut helmet sort of built, maybe I could get that right. No, I probably won't have this. Maybe I could get the Juggernaut helmet in this sort of prep for next week. A little bit. Figure that'll be like Magneto's helmet somewhere here. And then we'll put Juggernaut's helmet over there, and then the school sign broken up with rubble. I think that'll work. No superhero stuff? Just regular Christmas stuff? Let me, Dark Magician Girl. So I don't make my list. Alright, well, I don't really have anything else to work on. So I am thinking I call it early. And I think I'm gonna go and post I'm gonna get some pictures made up, and I'm gonna set up 2 posts, and we can get these up there so people can start voting on these. When you vote on it, if you guys are in chat, you're more than welcome to write any kind of like feedback on your vote too. So if you're like, I picked Elvira, like throw in a little bit of a idea with it, I guess. You know, maybe if there's something we can add. Nothing too crazy, but like just an idea, you know. So I know you guys just joined the chat, but I think I'm going to call the stream now. I'm just kind of in limbo. I figured maybe I can just spend the next hour before I go for a bike ride and get these posted. So I guess look for these to be posted pretty soon, within an hour or so. And then start voting, and then come up with some ideas, and we'll hash it out. So you guys have a good rest of your weekend, all right?